Good morning, everybody. So before I went to work, I wanted to come on live today. First of all, to welcome everybody to the group. We have a few new people. I'm super excited. And I want to talk to you guys about the basics. So this weekend, spend a little time going onto your Beachbody On Demand account. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here's my screen. And I'm going to log in. So you go to beachbodyondemand.com. Once you log in to begin with, then you are automatic. You click the automatic login. So you'll see I'll go right into it. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I got started. I'm not the kind of person who jumps right in with 2 feet, especially for something like this, because I find if I try to do everything at once, it's like I'm gonna burn. I'm not gonna keep up with it. It's too much. So that's why I developed this habit change group where you just introduce a new habit every day. But honestly, that's quicker than I did it. I kind of introduce a new habit every month. So you do it at the pace that works for you. Obviously, the quicker you establish all these changes, the quicker you'll have results. I had really no results for the first month because the only habit change I did was exercise. And I was a little more toned. Felt a little better, but I didn't lose any weight until I changed my diet. But now I'm going to show you about changing your diet. When you go on, you're going to choose a program. But what I recommend if you're brand new, if you're not already on a program, is you check out the programs. Use this week. This is not our official challenge week. This is, like I said, habit change group. Usually this is an off week in this group. And it's an opportunity to try different things out and see what works for you. Every single program has its own meal plan. So the one that I usually recommend as far as following a meal plan is the 21-day fix. So we'll go to 21-day fix. I'm going to show you the meal plan for 21-day fix. There is more than one meal plan, although a lot of them are based on this meal plan program. And then there's another one that I'll talk about in another post, which is called 2B Mindset. It's a different approach, not using containers, and I use a combination of both of them. I use my containers during the week and when I'm at home. It's very concrete, it's structured, it's easy, and it's quick. I use the 2B Mindset model when I'm out, when I'm going out to dinner, when I'm at a party. I'm not always good with it. That's why I don't use it as my regular. It's a little too flexible, I guess I could say. And so when the month I tried to do 2B Mindset, I didn't do well because there's too many options to eat whatever you want, I guess is what I'll say. So I wasn't meeting my goals. But with the containers, I meet my goals. So you go to the program and then you go to program materials. So the first thing you have to do, if you haven't picked a program yet, just pick this one for the program materials. And then you go to start here. I think this is where the formula is. I should have checked before I went on. Gonna start here, and if you got a book, some of you guys got a book with your challenge pack. Some of you didn't get your stuff yet in the mail, so you can get it online. But it's in the book also. So you go to here. What is this? Page 3. To find out your containers. You do this little formula. Most of you are gonna be plan A or plan B for weight loss, and probably all of you, honestly. Elliot, I think, was in plan C, but none of you are as big as Elliot was when he started this. So you're going to fall either in plan A or plan B. And then it maps it out for you. So you can see if you're on plan A for weight loss, plan A is only a weight loss. So now that I'm on maintenance, I'm on plan B. Doesn't even matter, how much you weigh. Plan A is just for weight loss. So you get 3 veggies, and I call that at least 3 veggies. If I'm still hungry, I have more than 3. Okay, that's the go-to if you're still hungry. You get 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressings, and 2 oils and nut butters. So with the 21-day fix, they let you have these whenever you want to have them. 80-day obsession is different, and Stacy, we're gonna have a tutorial just on that. I don't know if you want to have it in person or if you want to do it. I could do it online for if other people want to join too. But for now, I'm going to stick to the basics. The 21-day fixed meal plan, which means it's flexible when you decide to have these containers. Now, what are the containers? Some of you have gotten them in the mail because you ordered earlier. Some of you have not. Basically, it's just a measuring cup, okay? So it's a way to measure your portions. Super quick and easy. And it's just color-coded. So then they have here, you know, sample meal plans, but you can make your own. One of the nice things about this program is that you can cook and make the things you normally eat. You just have to measure the portions. And so one of the things I learned, we used to do a pasta day every week because, you know, me and Elliot both work. It's not like anybody has a lot of time to be cooking dinner, and pasta is quick and everybody likes it. So the first pasta dinner I sat down to once I started doing these dinners, and I put my pasta into the little yellow container, and I was like, this isn't going to cut it. So I could still eat the pasta, but that wasn't going to be the main part of my dinner. I had to fill the rest of my plate with vegetables, salad or mixed vegetables, stir-fry vegetables, whatever. It needed something else, because what I used to eat, a bowl of pasta, you can't just sit down and eat a bowl of pasta. And the other important thing about the yellow containers is they are also your treats. So you see here, you only get 2. On maintenance, I only get 3. If you want a glass of wine, it takes the place of a yellow container. If you want to have a cookie or a piece of cake, it takes the place of a yellow container. So you can still have those things, but you're making a decision. So you're saying, okay, I want that piece of bread, but I know later I'm getting together with my friends and we're definitely gonna have wine. So you know what, I won't have that piece of bread, and I'm gonna save this yellow container for tonight so that I can have a glass of wine. So you still can have all those things, but you're making a choice. And one of the good things I noticed from doing this is I broke my nightly wine habit. And I still drink wine, but it's in a social setting. I mean, you guys, all of you guys know me. All of you guys, I'm friends with you or I'm related to you, and you've seen me in social situations, and I do still have a glass of wine. I still have a beer, more than one. But on a regular day, I don't have any, because on a regular day, I'm having my carbohydrates instead. I'm going to have rice with dinner or potato or whatever. I'm choosing that instead. And then during that nighttime where I used to have my glass of wine ritual, in its place is my Shakeology. And I put it there on purpose so that I feel like I have something, because this was part of my nighttime ritual. It tastes delicious. It's like a milkshake. It's, you know, it's satisfying. It fills me up. I'm using my hands and I'm drinking something. I'm drinking something that's good for me. And the result is that I feel better every day. I wake up more alert. I mean, it's overall, it's so good for me. And then if it's a special occasion, then I save my carbs for that glass of wine. Where I fail and I still have to work is, even if I saved up 2 carbs for the night, I may have more than 2 glasses of wine. And maybe that's something I can look at. So I give myself a lot of grace, though. You know, overall, the changes have been very, very positive. So, so that's how you can calculate. Then what do you do with it? I'll talk more about this tomorrow, but you're going to need to print this up. Or if you're on My Challenge Tracker, I highly recommend you could put your stats in there, and then it makes nice graphs for you and everything. So if you need me to resend the My Challenge Tracker app, I'll resend it to you. Let's move on. Well, you know what? I'm not going to overwhelm you. I'm going to stop right there. Do your formula. That's where you find that. And I'm changing my mind again. So I am going to show you the next step. So you have your formula, you have your containers. What do you eat? The truth is, with this program, you are allowed to eat what you normally eat. You're just measuring your portions. I was talking to Jennifer last night. She got Chinese food. Do I still eat Chinese food? I totally still eat Chinese food. I love Chinese food. The difference is I measure out my portions, which primarily is I measure out the rice, which means I'm throwing out half my food. But that's okay. I measure the rice, and the rest of it, the meat and the vegetables, I used in the beginning when I was in weight loss, I would pull out, if I had chicken, if I had shrimp, and I would measure it in the red container. And the vegetables, my rule with vegetables is it's unlimited. So I wouldn't bother measuring. The only reason why I measure vegetables is to make sure I'm getting enough, because I wasn't putting enough on my plate before. So you can still eat Chinese food. That's what I'm saying. But you're eating a lot less rice than you probably usually do. All right, so now I just clicked on the nutrition. I should have showed you. In the nutrition drop-down menu, there is, now it's going to go slow. No. Sorry. Okay. The eating plan. So you click on the eating plan. This is also in the book. Super easy to follow. So there's a lot of important things in this book, but one of the most important things, and in the beginning, I actually printed it up and I hung it on the inside of one of my cabinets. So this is where I was before. I want to go to the food lists. Sorry. So I printed up the food list and I hung it on the inside of my cupboard door in like one of those cellophane things. I'm just going to restart. I missed myself. Materials. I have my coffee here. I got to go to work. Here, it's just down on the bottom. Okay. So nutrition. Eating plan. Okay. So you see they have a vegan and a not vegan. I do not vegan because I like meat. But I'll also show you the vegan plan. There are definitely differences. Oh, this is where I was before. Eating plan. So we're going to scroll down. I hope this is right. Sorry. So boring to watch somebody scroll down. It might be a separate tab, food lists. Okay, we'll talk about this instead. You see in the eating plan, they have sample meal plans. So if you don't want to have to think, you can just follow this. There's a ton of recipes. So easy to follow. Oh, here's the food list. Okay. So food lists. There's one that's just a PDF, all one page. That's what I would hang up. In the book, they have it separate. So here's veggies. And with all of the lists, the stuff that's at the top of the list is the best for you and the most likely to help you meet your goals. The stuff that's at the bottom of the list are less good for you. I wouldn't say bad. They're still allowed, okay? But the reason for them doing that is everybody has a different metabolism. Everybody responds differently to the program, and you need to tweak it for what works for you. So if you're eating a lot of things at the bottom of the list, then you might want, and you're not losing weight, if that's your goal, then you might want to move to foods that are at the top of your list. So here's fruit. One of the important things to look at about fruit is not everything fits in the purple container. Purple is fruit. So for example, a banana, where's banana? Banana, you're not going to jam as much banana as you can into a purple container. Instead, half of a large banana is one purple container. What I do with bananas, I use them in my shakes all the time. They're so good in chocolate. They're so good in vanilla. For the first time ever, I bought strawberry. I'm not that adventurous with my shakes. I'm kind of a chocoholic, but Corey and Cynthia are encouraging me to try new things, and I really should. So I'll be trying new things. But anyway, when my bananas start to get ripe, I peel them, I cut them in half, and I put them in a container in the freezer. And then they're ready for your shake, half a banana at a time. Red containers are proteins. So again, the best proteins are at the top, sardines. And luckily, I like sardines. I eat them almost every day for lunch. And at the bottom are things like bacon. So I know it says turkey bacon. I know probably technically they don't want you eating regular bacon, but I eat regular bacon. I don't eat it often, but when I go to Grandpa's house, Grandpa pretty much always has bacon, my dad. And I eat bacon. Or on Thanksgiving, when Uncle John was cooking and he had something with bacon in it, he had a plate of bacon on the plate, I had a piece of bacon. I'm going to live my life, but bacon's not going to be part of my like everyday morning routine. So proteins, take a look at this. Eggs, 2 eggs is 1 protein. That's a lot. You also, things like, I'm sorry, like fish, like salmon, I put into my red container to measure it. We pretty much have salmon every Thursday. But then something like, where is it? Some of them it has the ounces, but you're getting the idea. Oh, turkey slices. You can have 6 slices of turkey. That's a decent amount of turkey. Sometimes the lunch that I pack a salad and then I put my 6 slices of turkey in it and it fills me up. Yellow containers. This is the biggest change. So again, and with yellow containers, it's the most important. The top of the list is the best yellow containers to eat. The bottom of the list is the worst. Look at the bottom of the list. Bagel, English muffin, pancakes, bread, tortilla. Those are the things at the bottom of the list. When you look at the top of the list, sweet potatoes, yams, quinoa, and beans. Now, I used to think beans was a protein, and if you are on the vegan plan, beans is a protein, and it's set up differently, and their container counts are different and everything. That's a whole separate thing. Any of my new people, if you're vegan, let me know. I'm going to do a separate video on the vegan plan. But so as you can see, the top of the list, some of it's things you probably didn't even think of as carbohydrates, and it's only half a cup. So when you're meal planning, especially with the yellow containers, if your goal is weight loss, try to stick to the top of the list. It makes a huge difference. And as I said before, yellow containers are the sub out for the things you might think of as bad, right? Like if you're going to have a beer or a glass of wine, or if you're going to have a cookie, that means you're not having one of your yellow containers. And then blue containers. That's the healthy fats. Avocado at the top, cheese at the bottom. Once a day, only 1/4 cup a day. That was a big change for me. And orange containers are your seeds and your dressings. All right, so then how do you make a meal plan? For me, for dinner, I actually start by asking my family what they want. And I eat the same thing they eat the same thing I eat. Some of the differences, though, might be, like if the kids want pasta, I might buy me and Elliot like zoodles, the zucchini noodles, and make the kids regular pasta. But then whatever we put on top, we have the same thing. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to show you is the recipe book. So if you need some inspiration, you want to do your meal plan, then there's inspiration here. Believe me, there's so many recipes. The best person in this group to help you with the recipes, because she's the most daring with trying new recipes, is my Aunt Sue. She's in this group too, and she's tried so many other recipes. I pretty much eat the same thing every day. And part of that is because I'm really, really, really busy. And this is something, it's all stuff I can put together really fast. So under workouts, you'll see here is Fixate. Fixate is the cooking show, but it's not only a cooking show, it's a virtual recipe book. So I don't so much watch the videos, although it's helpful if you're confused about something with how to make something. Mostly what I do is I go to program materials, I go to recipes, and Here's the recipe list. You click on this. And this is a nice feature right here. You scroll down to, I think, the third page. It's the table of contents. Yeah, there it is. And you can click on what you want to make. So let's say Aunt Sue and I were talking about one of the recipes that she was going to try to make. Maybe I won't go crazy trying to look for a specific recipe. All right, so let's say you're going to, this is Owen's favorite, you're going to make the beef stew with sweet potatoes. So you click right on that. Right on top is your container counts. So you know it's 1.5, a serving is 1.5 red, half a green, half a yellow. Here's your ingredients list, just like any other recipe, and you cook it. So my advice to you is you take a look at the week ahead and you see what's happening this week. My week is crazy. I have a Girl Scout meeting Monday after work. Tuesday is free. I can actually cook something. Maybe I'll try a new recipe. Wednesday, we have Gwen's varsity swim team dinner at J.J. Cooper's. Thursday, which is a restaurant. So I'm going to have to do restaurant choices that day. The whole family's going. I don't need to cook. Thursday is my work Christmas party. That's at Dave & Buster's. I'm not sure about I'm going to look at the menu at Dave & Buster's and see if there's even something reasonable to eat there, or if it's all like fried food, or there's probably something. Thursday is Dave & Buster's, and then Friday, we're back home again. So out of 5 work days, there's only Monday has to be a real quick dinner or something already made, and we're out for most of the rest. Tuesday I can make dinner. We're out for the rest of it. So so that's something I'm going to keep in mind when I make my menu. And then lunches, breakfast and lunches. I recommend for breakfast and lunches, obviously when you go to work, you pack it. I do home care. I don't have a refrigerator. I don't have a microwave. In the summer, it's tricky because I'm afraid I'm going to get sick. But I put ice packs. I use a cooler. In the winter, I worry less, except that it's harder to have hot food. But I do use like thermoses and stuff like that. And I pack my lunch every single day in my cooler that sits in the car. So you want to choose things that fit what your workday is like. For Elliot just brings leftovers from the day before. He has a refrigerator and a microwave at work. Breakfast to me, that's the most important meal of the day. Now, so people who don't fit in breakfast, sometimes that's where they put their shake. You could throw vegetables in it. I try to have vegetables with every meal. I love my breakfast. I usually have eggs, black beans, and kale. So there's my carbohydrate, the beans. My protein is the eggs, and the kale is my vegetable, my green. And I start my day like that pretty much every day. I almost always eat the same thing. And my cholesterol went down. I was a little worried about that because I am eating a lot of eggs, but my cholesterol went down. And then, but what I recommend really for the shakes is it's an excellent tool to put at your weakest point. So breakfast is never my weak point. Like everybody starts the day like, okay, I'm going to do this. My weak point is at night when I'm tired. So that's where I put my shake. All right, I'm going to stop recording, and I don't see anybody on here. So if anybody has questions, get in touch with me. How do I stop recording? Stop. Stop.